The age-old question, college or starting your own creative business. If you feel comfortable, let me know what you think, if college is worth it or not. And if you feel comfortable, how much debt you accrued if you went to college. Comment down below. Let's see who wins. All right, let's go into the studio and talk about this. This way. Hurry. This is important. College is stupid. Let me explain. Well, I mean, like, if you want to be a lawyer or a doctor, it's fine, but if you want to be a creative, it's probably not the best. Let me explain. Hey, do you guys like this set? It's pretty vibey, right? It was actually the set we did for the editing section of my course, which is coming soon. This video is sponsored by PickTime. More on that later, but let's get into it. Classic YouTube, right? Let's get into it. Let's start. Let's begin, shall we? Go. I went to college because I thought I had to. Parents told me basically I had to. Picked a major that I liked, but it wasn't what I was excited about. And truth be told, being a teacher was always something I figured I would do for a decade at most, but I knew I wanted something different. And thankfully, I got a full ride scholarship to get my degree in special education. And it required me to teach for 2 years in Illinois straight out of college. But that was worth it in my eyes as I started to think about what was possible outside of teaching with a free degree. And was it necessary for me to go to college? Not really, but it gave me a $40,000 salary right out of school, and I built my business simultaneously while teaching. And my close friend Bean has over $100,000 in student debt, and he got a communications degree, and he doesn't use it. He films and photographs weddings now, just like me, and he's 6 figures in debt, and I have none. How much college debt do you have?
Right now, $95,000.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Do you regret getting a communications degree and having 6 figures of debt?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can't make entrepreneur moves because I have to pay $600 a month to the good old Sally Mae.
There you have it, folks. Back to you in the studio, Eric. You might be looking to go to college. You might already be using a degree from 4 years of study already and looking to get out. You might be toying with the idea of going back for your master's, but you really don't know if that's what you want to do forever. Wherever you are, look at me. Look at me right now. You don't have to go into more debt just to pursue something you're not totally sure about. There, I said it. You're probably here because you want to start to build a career in photography. Based on the title, you want to know that you actually don't have to go to college to do that. That's the case. You don't have to go to college to do that. The average student loan debt in the US is just under $40,000 right now. And anecdotally, I have so many stories of friends and acquaintances in creative industries who regret going into debt for their career because they're not using the degree now that they're creative. There's been a post floating around recently saying that 2022 will be the year with the most weddings in America since 1984. And if you're looking to build a wedding portfolio and start a wedding photography business, this might be the single greatest time to do so ever. Even outside of weddings, events, family photos, people put those on pause for the past year and a half. So virtually everything needs to be photographed twice as much now. The amount of resources online from channels like this and places like my Patreon or even the course I'm making right now on wedding photography, there's a multitude of ways you can learn how to be a full-time photographer online. So if this decision is making you nervous, let me offer you 5 different ways to get the ball rolling so you can start booking work. Instead of this like super motivational pep talk speech, I'm just gonna give you like 5 solid tips. Take them or leave them. Number 1, learn the basics and practice like mad. Binge tutorials on YouTube. There are channels all over YouTube where you can binge the content like this channel or Chris Chu, Jessica Kobasi, Mango Street, Taylor Jackson. Who else am I missing? John Branch IV. There's all sorts of places where you can learn how to become a full-time photographer on your own. You just have to piecemeal all of them together. Remember, YouTube is a search engine. So any phrase that you're looking to learn, like this phrase, how to photograph an engagement session, I made a video like that earlier this year. So if you type in that phrase, you'll probably find my video and then get a 10-minute lesson on how to do that. It might be short and compact, but piecemealing all those different tutorials together can build a robust library of things that you learn that you can use to become a full-time photographer. More than anything, just look up the free stuff you can find online and learn from that. Braxton said I'm talking too fast. I'm sorry, just get excited about this stuff. How does it sound when I'm this close to the microphone? Number 2, develop relationships in your industry. If you're looking to be a wedding photographer, find other wedding photographers and talk to them. Go help and assist them. Develop relationships with them. Offer value to them, what you can help them with. A lot of people might reach out to established photographers and say like, oh, I'd be really stoked to second shoot with you. I'd be really stoked to assist for you. But they just get lost in DMs. Think of a creative way to reach out to them and figure out how you can help. Case in point, you want to come here, Peter? Peter's here today, helping assist with this shoot.
Yo, what's good?
Because you sent a video to me on Instagram DM, right?
Yeah.
And then we met in real life on a weekend because we were shooting a wedding at the same time at a park. I don't know, that stuff just kind of like serendipitously aligns. Is that a word? It's true though, because he made this video offering his own skills and his own hands to help on set with today, shooting this YouTube video and a multitude of other videos that we're shooting today. With those relationships, you can then start borrowing gear from those people when you second shoot for them and having an ability to build your portfolio by using the images that you shoot for their brand, if they allow you to. Number 3, get a website and a photo delivery service. For your website, you can do something simple through Squarespace or do something like a Flow Themes template through WordPress like my website. It's a bit more contrived, it's a lot harder to set up, so Squarespace might be the way to go for that. But this one, and this is the sponsor of today, I love this brand so much, maybe one of my favorite brands in the entire photography industry, Pic-Time. Delivering your photos through a gallery will make you look so much more professional than anything else, in my opinion. You can have a simple website, but delivering your photos to your clients this way is an experience that is second to none. If you're delivering on something like Dropbox or Google Drive or on a USB in the mail, it's just not the same thing as getting an email that says your gallery is ready and seeing the viewing experience the way it's displayed through Pic-Time. Pic-Time's insanely affordable, and if you're shooting regularly at all, there's no question that you'll pay back the fee for having the service with print sales. One of the things I love about the platform the most is the minimalist design and the earth tone color palette you can choose from, and the font's just really beautiful and artistic. And you can make slideshows for your clients. Something I love about wedding filmmaking is that it appeals to emotion in the sense of audio, but the fact that you can put a song over your client's images and send it to them will leave them in tears and give them an experience, again, that is so far better than Google Drive or Dropbox. And the most powerful thing you can do in your print sales through Pic-Time are their automations. Something that I've used is the abandoned cart automation, which is if someone is interested in making a purchase of a print sale, they will be notified via email that they left something in their cart and prompt them to take a 30% discount on that order. I've sold thousands of dollars of prints through this automated email, and it's nothing that I do. It's literally just an email that's sent to the client or their family member, and then they purchase. One of my newest favorite automations is the free prints automation. You can send 3 free prints or however many free prints you want to your clients as a gift, just to say thank you, which is awesome. I sent 3 5x7s to a handful of clients the past few months. And while it's $10 out of my pocket that I have to eat, one of them actually spent more money on more prints with that discount and with that free gift. Not to mention, this gives them the ability to see what it's like to get prints and what it's like to get it drop shipped to their house. And then they might be more inclined in the fall or in the winter during holiday season to purchase more from me. If any and all of that is interesting to you, you can go ahead over to Pic-Time and use my code all caps Eric Floberg and get a bonus month if you sign up with any paid plan. Please just do it. If you don't have a platform already or you are tired of your current platform, check them out. I love you, Pic-Time. Number 4, set up free sessions and styled sessions. Partner up with vendors in your local area, whether they're small businesses or florists or wedding planners or whoever, to get content in your social media feeds. Blast those things on Instagram and Facebook and MySpace. Just kidding. Instagram and Facebook, so that the people that you know see your work and see that you are photographing things, that you're photographing people, that you're photographing sessions. Because the strongest clients in the beginning are going to be the people that know you and people that know people you know. So either direct contacts or secondary contacts are going to be your strongest repeat clients and ones that advocate for you and become your marketing for you. And with that, don't become a slave to algorithms, okay? Don't feel like you have to be posting every single day on Instagram. You have to be meeting a certain criteria of likes. None of that stuff matters. It's just a tool to help you get more business. And the most important thing that matters is serving your clients well and building relationships with the people around you that you work with and that you serve as your clients. Soapbox off. And that's a great segue into number 5. Follow the core tenets of good business practice. I have a laundry list of things I want to say here, and I'm just going to make sure I say all of them because I wrote all of them down. Serve your clients above and beyond. When you're in the beginning stages, every email, every DM, every text, every call is precious to you. Respond to those as quickly as you can. Now, don't obsess over it and have it ruin your life, but you'd be so surprised at someone who sends you an inquiry through your website if you just send them a quick text letting them know that you got the inquiry and that you're going to be on it and you'd love to set up a phone call or a FaceTime. That means so much to that potential client. Because if you are up against people who are established in the industry, they're usually not doing that kind of stuff anymore. And you're showing that kind of intentionality, that leaves an impact on that potential client. Serve the industry people around you. See what needs people have in the photography world, in the filmmaking world, florists, planners, caterers. Maybe take photos for them, give them content for their feed, get your name in their head so that whenever they have a client who needs a photographer, you come to mind. Work freaking hard. This isn't easy. You have to put in the hours and you have to want it. And I'm not going to shy away from saying that, because it's so important that if you're balancing a part-time job or a full-time job and growing this on the side, you need to be up late at night, you need to be up early in the morning, and you need to be working on weekends if you want to make that transition to full-time. Trust me, it's worth it. Spend your money wisely. The money that you are making in your part-time or full-time job outside of photography now, or even the money you are making in photography, you shouldn't spend it on frivolous things, because that money is so important to reinvest back into your business in the early stages. So don't get that Lambo, don't get that Gucci, hold off on that Supreme drop. That's what it's called, right? You don't need the bougie clothing, you don't need any of that stuff. Reinvest all that money back into your business to see it grow and to invest in the gear that you need in the early phases. Get your overhead done early. Get the gear that you need to be successful, that's going to inspire you to make more content, to put it online, put it on your social platforms, put it on your website, blast that stuff everywhere. That's your marketing. And all of this might feel completely overwhelming if you're just starting out. But if you don't just take some of these steps and try, it's never going to happen. So if that just means you take 2 or 3 things away from this video and apply a couple of things and just start taking baby steps, that's great. My biggest piece of advice is just try. Don't shy away from it feeling overwhelming, because it will be overwhelming, but it's worth it, I promise. I'm making 4 to 6 times the amount I'd be making if I was still teaching now, and I'm so much more excited about the work I'm able to do and all the creative ideas I'm able to execute. So if you're interested in a career in photography, don't feel like you need to go to college first. Take a gap year or 2 or 7 and start trying these first steps. Listen, would you rather take tens of thousands of dollars in student loans to pursue something you're unsure about? Or would you rather work your tail off, and if it fails or you change your mind on your career trajectory, you don't have enormous student loans to pay back? It's a clear decision for me, and what I recommend to others: don't go to college if you don't need to. Invest in yourself and do your due diligence to make the dream happen. If you're at all interested in my course, I'll be launching it in late October. Feel free to snag the free PDF in the description about how to price your work, all of like how to stair step, and start charging more. There you can sign up for my email list. In my course, I'm going to go through literally everything I know running a profitable wedding photography business. There's also going to be an entire course on wedding filmmaking too. But if that isn't possible for you financially at this time, I totally understand. My Patreon's just $10 a month if you want to do that. That's in the description as well. And obviously my YouTube channel is always here to binge whenever you want. So again, thank you to Pick Time for sponsoring this video. Please make sure to check them out if you haven't checked them out already. Don't forget to lean in what makes you different, homies. I'll see you soon, all right? Praise. You say praise? Praise. Praise. Yeah, that's something that some guy we used to follow on Instagram. His name's Luke Leisure. He'd always be like, praise. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that. Sounds like priest. Priest.
I feel like I could lose my mind when we all seem sad and slow.